Hello, hi, beautiful souls. I am so excited that you're here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am so excited. This is my first ever video that I'm making for YouTube, so thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to be diving into embodying radical self-acceptance. So before we get started, I want to introduce myself. My name is Brooke. I am a spiritual life and purpose coach. I am here to guide you to reconnect with your soul, embody your deepest truth, and awaken to your divine purpose. All right, let's dive in. All right, so self-acceptance. When we think of fully loving and accepting ourselves as who we are, that can sometimes feel really scary. It can feel sometimes out of reach. And I want to reassure you that this is not your fault. We have been put into this society from day one that has taught us to live up to these expectations and to judge ourselves, compare ourselves to others, and to make ourselves feel like we aren't worthy or that we aren't good enough. You have been conditioned in this society to look a certain way, to have certain things. Success looks like this, love looks like this, your body should look like this. And so you put these expectations on yourself. You feel this pressure to be something other than where you are in this moment. And the journey isn't about reaching those things. It's about being where you are in this moment, loving yourself for where you are in this moment, and letting go of those expectations, because those expectations aren't real. You are here on your own path. You don't need to compare yourself to other people. You don't need to judge yourself for not being somewhere where others think you should be, or where you maybe have put pressure on yourself that you need to be. The goal of this is to find acceptance and love for where you are right now on your journey. And every single day that may look different. Some days you may be feeling really joyful and in your power, and other days you might be feeling a little more inward, a little bit slow, maybe emotional, and that's okay too. Finding radical self-acceptance is about loving yourself for no matter where you are, being with that. Loving yourself, accepting yourself, and continuing to move forward in whatever way that looks like for you. You know, life can be challenging. We can go through so many different challenges and obstacles. And the most important part is while we go through these challenges, we have to be on our own side. We have to be loving ourselves through the process, having compassion for ourselves no matter what. Because when we have that relationship with ourselves, everything else in our life will start to work out, but it all starts within. And that's why I think it's so important more than anything to deepen that relationship you have with yourself. So if you're in a place right now where you are struggling to find acceptance for yourself and your situation, this is the perfect video for you. I have 5 ways that you can practice self-acceptance every single day. And self-acceptance, like I said, is a practice. It's not a destination, right? So one day we can be feeling so good and so empowered and feel really confident. And then another day we can sometimes have those thoughts where we turn on ourselves, or we're doubting our power or our purpose or our path, and we might turn on ourselves. So it's in those moments when we feel that we need to step into an empowered place and really use these tools that I'm going to give you to work through those so you can find love and acceptance every single day for yourself. The first way to practice self-acceptance is to talk to yourself with love. Start to become aware of your inner dialogue. How are you talking to yourself when you look in the mirror, or when you go to do something at work, or when you start a challenging task? Is it filled with limiting beliefs of saying, I can't do this, I'm not good enough at this, or I'm never going to be able to do this? Or are you empowering yourself? When you wake up every single morning, make it a declaration to connect with the deepest part of yourself. Bring yourself up. Be your own cheerleader. I love myself. Today is going to be a great day. I love and accept myself as I am through my challenges. Right? When you hear your mind start to kick up and to tell you all the reasons you can't do something, or you can't be yourself or show yourself, or you're gonna fail, that's the time for you to come back to the practice. Recognize what your mind is telling you and know that that is not truth. You have then a choice if you're going to give your power away to the thoughts that are keeping you stuck, or if you are going to shift your mindset to love. And in that exact moment, stop what you're doing. Hold yourself in that moment. Talk to yourself with love and compassion. Empower yourself to move forward. So number 2 is to be present with your emotions, right? You might have this expectation that feeling light, feeling joyful, feeling happy is the way you're supposed to be living every single day, all the time. And yes, as a human, we desire those emotions, right? We like feeling in joy. We like feeling happy and silly and playful. But some days that's not real. That's not the reality for you. Some days you may be feeling sad. Some days you might be feeling really angry, frustrated, shameful. Part of the healing journey is loving and accepting exactly where you are in this moment. So rather than pushing away the emotions that you don't like to feel, be present with them. Feel them through. Learn the tools to move through them with ease and love yourself through the process. Because those feelings that you're feeling aren't bad, right? There aren't bad feelings and good feelings. They're feelings, they're emotions. That's part of the human experience. So when we deny ourselves from feeling those emotions, we're telling ourselves that we aren't good enough, when in reality, we're human. So allow yourself, give yourself love and compassion through those hard times, knowing you're exactly where you're meant to be on your journey to continue moving forward. It's when we start to turn on ourselves and try to resist those emotions to try to focus on joy. We kind of then blame ourselves and shame ourselves for not being somewhere where we're at. Where if you're feeling fearful, allow yourself to sit with that and feel that through your body. Learn the tools to move through that, to process that, to let that go. That's a huge part of loving and accepting who you are in this moment. And we'll move into our third one, which is self-forgiveness. Find forgiveness for yourself, for the past versions of yourself. When we hold on to our past mistakes, the shame that we've been holding, the guilt that we've been holding on to for years, this is lowering your vibration, is disconnecting you from feeling into who you are. You came onto this planet to evolve, to learn, to grow. And the way you do that is by making mistakes, by hurting others, by hurting yourself. And if we don't make those mistakes and we don't learn from those mistakes, how are we supposed to evolve? So change your mindset on that. It doesn't mean you're a bad person because you did something in the past or something that isn't in alignment with you now. Love yourself for that version of yourself who needed that in the moment. You were always doing the best that you could with the tools you were given, with the level of awareness that you were at. So recognize that. Love yourself, that past version of yourself, and choose to let it go. Because when you let go, you're opening yourself up to so many more possibilities. So a little tool that I like to use to forgive myself is if something's coming up for you, you're feeling this guilt or you shouldn't have done something, sit with that discomfort. Give yourself a hug. Do the Ho'oponopono prayer, the Hawaiian prayer. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And repeat that over and over and just hold yourself and hug yourself in that space to find that forgiveness, to find that love within, and then let it go so you can move forward. All right, number 4, we're going to move into prioritizing your self-care, your healing, your ascension. You need to start prioritizing yourself. I know for me, I'm a mom, a single mom for a long time, and all my time went to work, went to children, went to everything else except for myself. And when you are giving and giving and giving, it's so wonderful for them. But if you're not feeling full from within, you're not giving anything. So a part of accepting yourself and loving yourself is showing yourself that you are worthy enough to take care of. So this could look like saying no to obligations that aren't in alignment with you or won't serve you in this moment. It might look like setting a boundary in a relationship. It also might look like spending an entire night to yourself, taking a nice hot bubble bath, cooking yourself a nice meal, watching your favorite TV show, and just loving yourself, feeling very present in your body and taking care of your well-being. Or it could be diving into your spiritual practices, your healing, diving deep into your inner child healing, reconnecting with her, healing her, breathing, working with the coach. Your spiritual healing, your well-being, emotional, spiritual, your self-care is important. You are important. And in order to accept yourself, you need to know this truth and you need to prioritize it. I know for me, I was such a busy mom, single mom, working, trying to get everything done that my self-care kind of would slip away from me. And that is not what I valued. That's not what I wanted. So I needed to make it a priority. You're never going to be given more time to devote to yourself. You have to make that time. You have to make yourself that priority. So I would schedule time in my calendar for me once a week. I would either make a day trip to the beach by myself to do some soul searching, or I would schedule time to do something that made me happy, a creative project, or to take a bath, or to devote the time to yourself to fill your cup up because you are important and you need that. So whatever that may look like for you, make sure you make that time for yourself. And our last one, number 5, is celebrate your wins. Celebrate yourself. When you do something that is in alignment, that feels good, that you enjoy, celebrate that step forward, right? Oftentimes we get so fixated on what you're not doing, what you still need to do, how far you have to go. But take a moment right now to reflect. Where were you 1 year ago? Where were you 1 month ago? How far have you come? What have you accomplished? How much deeper do you feel within yourself? What changes have you made? And when you start to celebrate the little things, even if, yes, today I made time for my self-care. I took a bath. I nourished my body and my soul. I'm going to celebrate that. Bring your attention to that, because being in that vibration of celebration and joy attracts more beauty into your life. So every little thing that you do that is pushing you in that right direction, no matter how big or small the step is, celebrate that. Take the time to say, good job. I am proud of you. Keep going. Maybe put on some music and do a little dance. Celebrate life, because life is meant to be celebrated. And when you're focusing on yourself and working on yourself and doing the healing work that I know you're doing, it's a journey and it can get difficult. So celebrate yourself, motivate yourself, and keep moving forward. All right, I want to say again, self-acceptance is a practice. It is a daily devotion. Every single day, I encourage you to wake up, check in with yourself. How am I feeling today? How am I feeling in this moment? What do I need to nourish myself? What would best serve me and my goals and where I want to be? And love yourself through the process. When we turn on ourselves, everything starts to fall apart. But when we reconnect with your soul, you love yourself. No matter what comes your way, you have that faith in yourself to get through it, to love yourself through it, and know that you're going to be growing and evolving because of it. All right, it was so nice connecting with you today. If you like this video, if you want more spirituality tips, if you want more healing tips, if you want more information, want to connect with me more, subscribe to my channel. I will be delivering videos to you once a week, and I'll also be putting other ways to connect with me, work with me down in the description below. All right, I'm sending you so much love. I'll see you soon. Mwah.